Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to TESOL Academy. Welcome to our intermediate level course that just began, and I can see a lot of students are still joining, and we have some known faces here, some known names that I see, Mr. Farouk and Mr. Kausar. And there's one person, 1234. Mr. 1234, could you please change your name, or could you please give us your name so that we can address you properly? Mr. 1234, Mr. or Miss, we're not sure. So, okay, that person left. No problem. So, inshallah, more students will be joining. We can take some time, 1 or 2 minutes, so that the others can join as well. In the meantime, we can get introduced with ourselves. Firstly, just letting you know that I am your course instructor. My name is Huma Amir. Inshallah, I will be there throughout the whole course. And inshallah, I will be guiding you and supporting you throughout the whole course. So I would like to know about you as well. Mr. Nozrul, where are you from and what do you do? Could you please introduce yourself to us?
Yes, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
Walaikum assalam.
জি, আমি নজরুল ইসলাম বলছি। আমি মার্কেটিং ম্যানেজার হিসেবে কর্মরত আছি। আমি প্রফেশনাল বিএসসি সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং।
Okay, great. Good to know you. Thank you, Mr. Nozrul. And Mr. Jalal, could you introduce yourself to us, please? Where are you from and what do you do? Mr. Jalal? Okay, moving on to Mr. 1234. Could you please tell us where are you from and what do you do? Okay, before we go any further, I would like to request all of you to please turn on your cameras because this is an interactive class. As this is an interactive class, we look forward to looking at the students in their cameras on our screens so that we can interact and it is easier for us to communicate, not only for the teacher, but also for the other students who are present here during the lessons that we will be doing, the activities that we will be participating in. We need to see each other so that we can interact properly, okay? So I would highly recommend all of you please turn on your cameras and it is a must for our class. Okay, so let's start with our today's lesson. I will be sharing the book. Before that, I would like to inform you. Some of you already know, and I would like to share this again with some more students, the new ones who are here, that we follow a communicative approach. We always follow a communicative approach that actually covers two of the most important aspects of learning English. Okay, so one is we focus on developing your skills, and secondly, we focus on improving your efficiency. So how do we do that? We develop your skills by developing your listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Okay, and we improve your efficiency by working on your grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation as well. So we do this all throughout our course. So all our units are uh, adept and are concentrated on these facts, on the development of your skills, as well as improvement of your efficiency. So we have 12 units in total. Each of the unit focuses on each of the development of the skills and improving your efficiency as well. Okay, so I've said enough about our course. Now let's start with our lesson of today. I would request you again to please turn on your cameras because me being a teacher, I have my camera on. I would like the rest of you to also have your cameras on, please. Okay, so I will be sharing the book that we are following, that we will be following, and today's lesson as well. So do let me know if you can see it clearly or not. I hope all of you can see the screen clearly. Thank you, Mr. Kasur, for turning on your camera. Thank you, Mr. Farooq, for turning on your camera as well. Okay, I hope all of you can see the screen and the book that I just shared very clearly, right? The screen is clear to all of you. Okay, so now that, give me a moment, please.
প্রথম ক্লাসের একটু একটু রিভিউ দেন এবং কথা একটু ওই দিক থেকে বলেন, যেহেতু নতুন ছাত্র আছে। প্রথম ক্লাসটাতে চলে যান।
Okay, so before we jump into our today's lesson, let's have a recap of what we did before in our previous classes and the book that we are following. Okay, so we are doing the first unit of our book that we started. So, as you all know, we do not follow any locally made or self made books. Our books are all international standard and are internationally published. So, what we did in our first class was that we got a summary of our whole unit that we will be doing in our next classes as well, that we will be completing the first unit. We watched a video that was presented by a teacher in Oxford. So he summarized the whole unit and told us about what we will be learning. So let's see what we learned in our first class and what we did. So in our first lesson, we got introduced to a lovely lady named Erika Nordstrom. She is from Sweden. She's Swedish and she's working at IKEA as a product quality manager. So she introduced herself to us in a very proper way, in a way in which we can professionally introduce ourselves as well. So she spoke about her roots, where she's from, where she belongs from, then what she's doing at the moment. And she also spoke about her hobby, about what she likes to do, what she's keen about. So in that way, we learned how we can introduce ourselves as well. So we also practically practiced that. We practiced how we can introduce ourselves as well. So that was also done in class. Next, we learned about describing people. So we learned how we can describe people by questioning someone as well as giving the answers to about that person, right? So we got to know more about Erica, this lady, by answering some questions as well as questioning our other students who had to pick the answers from this activity, and they had to answer properly about Erica. So we got some details and information about Erica by answering some questions. Okay. Next, after learning how we can question someone to gain some information about that person, we practically did that. So we made pairs, we asked questions to our other group members, and they spoke about their relatives, they described their relatives by using these some of these phrases and words that are given in this box so that it can be useful for you while describing. So that was the first lesson of our first class. Next, we moved on to our second page of our first unit. That is, here we got to learn how to describe places and things. So particularly, we learned how to describe a home. That can be our home, that can be someone else's home. So we learned how we can describe our home or our house that we're living in by asking some questions and answering them appropriately using some particular details. Okay, so that is what we learned in our first activity, and then we used it practically in our fourth activity. So we discussed among each other. We made groups and we questioned another group member of ours, another partner, and that student described his home by using his or her home by using these phrases and words that are given in the box to be helpful. So we practically learned and practiced how we can describe our home as well. Next, we moved on to describing things. So we learned specifically how we can describe a gadget that we are using. So we spoke about Erica's MacBook. Erica is using a MacBook, so she described how it is by answering to some questions that were asked to her. So in that way, we also learned how to do that. So we also completed the questions that are given here. There are blanks given in the questions. So we completed these blanks by choosing the correct words from the box given above. So we completed the questions and we learned how to make or form appropriate and suitable questions when asking something about things, about the details of some things, especially gadgets. And then we moved on to our next activity where we practically did the conversation about describing things while one questioned the other and the other person answered it. So that was the whole idea of describing places, people, and things. That is what we mainly learned from here. Last of all, we learned a very fruitful thing that was how we can form appropriate questions according to the situation that we are in. So in our last activity, we were given some questions, more than one questions, that could be two or three. These questions were based on the same situation that is going on, and we had to form one question out of taking all those three or two questions together. We have to form one question. So basically, we learned how to form a proper question depending on the situation that we are in. Okay, so this was that we had done in our previous class. And for today, we will be doing something more fun and you will be able to learn more from that as well. So today we will be talking or we will be learning how we can describe or we can use adjectives for a person's characteristics or about how we can describe a person's personality. So we will be working with some words, some adjectives. You all know what adjectives are, right? So adjectives are the words that describe a noun. A thing, a noun is a thing or person who, whatever it is a noun, and adjectives describe those nouns, right? So here we will be learning the adjectives that describe a person's personality or their characteristics. So we will get to know a lot about all of you because in the beginning we will have a personality quiz. So this is very interesting. This is where it gets interesting, is that here we can see that there is a big circle with a lot of letters in it, many random letters given, right? So here, don't look at it at first because you might find some words in it because there are some words given inside it, and those words actually describe the words that you see, the four words that you see in the beginning, actually describe your personality. So quickly, I'll just zoom in. I'll zoom into that circle of word letters, and as soon as you see four words, just note it down quickly. And I'll ask you what were the first four words that you could notice in that circle. Got it, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay, great. So I'll zoom it in and quickly you just look at the circle of letters and quickly see how many, the first four words that you find and write it down quickly.
Sorry, I have just missed last 3 minutes.
No problem, Mr. Sajidul. We just gave a recap of the last class that you were in. You did not miss anything. So look at the first four words that you can find in the circle of letters and write it down as quickly as you can. Everyone could find the four words? Hello, Miss Ima. How are you today? Are you okay today? Feeling better? Okay, I hope you got the 4 words, any 4 words that you see at your first glimpse. I hope you wrote it all down. Now, let me ask you one by one to see actually which words actually describe your personality and whether it actually matches or not. Okay, so let's start with Mr. Kausar. What are the 4 words that you could see in your first glimpse?
First, mm, Congress.
Sorry?
Easygoing.
Easygoing. Okay, that is the first one. Then, second,
Optimistic.
optimistic. Okay, nice. Next,
Impatient.
impatient. Okay. Last one,
And last one, sensitive.
sensitive. Okay, great.
Sensitive.
So, easygoing, optimistic, impatient, and sensitive. Do these 4 words actually describe your personality? Does it match with your personality?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. Good to hear. Okay, now moving on to Mr. Sajidul. What are the 4 words that you found?
From this circle, right?
Yes, from this circle. So we have
Friendly.
many words here.
Friendly.
Very good, friendly, okay.
Then good looking.
Good looking, great.
Then funny.
Funny, okay.
Then
Last one,
honest.
honest, okay, great. So friendly, good looking, funny, and honest. Do you think this matches with your personality? Does this?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. That is excellent. Okay, next, we can move to Mr. Jalal. Mr. Jalal, Mr. Jalal, what are the 4 words that you found? Okay, I don't think he's here. We can move on to Mr. Farooq. What are the 4 words that you think you got here and might describe your personality? Mr. Farooq,
Yes. I can't find.
you couldn't find any yet? Okay, no problem. Work on it. You can still work on it while I ask the others. Moving on to Mr. Kamrul, could you tell us what are the 4 words that you found?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Uh, Good looking,
Okay,
honest, honest,
honest. Okay,
easygoing,
easygoing.
sensitive.
Sensitive. Okay, great. So good looking, honest, easygoing, and sensitive. Do these match with you?
Yeah, I think.
Great. Good. That's great to hear. What about Miss Ima? Miss Ima, what are the 4 words?
Cheerful,
Okay,
happy,
careful, happy.
yeah, happy, lazy, and funny.
Okay, cheerful, happy, lazy, and funny. Great. So do these actually match?
Yeah,
Okay, so there is a lazy person here we see, but also a cheerful one. Great, that's great. It's good to be lazy sometimes, you know?
yeah.
Okay. The next is Miss Selena. What are the 4 words that you could find?
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Alaikum assalam.
I think it could be level-headed, but and outgoing. Number one.
Are you finding these in this circle of letters? Did you find these words here? I don't think so.
Easygoing, ma'am. First
Easygoing,
one.
okay. Good.
And impressive. Second, impressive. Then
Impressive, okay.
honesty and third
Honest.
yes.
Honest, okay.
Yes. Last one, good looking.
Good looking, great. So you think these match with you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, next we can move to Mr. Ridoy Shaha. Mr. Ridoy, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. What are the four words that you found?
I think good looking, thoughtful, honest, and sensitive.
Very good. Good looking, thoughtful. Thoughtful is the first. So, good looking, thoughtful, honest, and sensitive. Great. So, these hopefully match your personality, right?
I think so.
Okay, great. Good to know that. So, do you know that actually this is a very tested and proved that it actually most of the time these words, the words that we see in our first glance, actually matches with our personality. These are actually research based and are tested. So that's a good thing, right? So we can all find out what our personalities might be if we still aren't clear about it. Last one, I would like to ask Mr. 1234. Mr. 1234, could you please tell us your name?
ম্যাম আমি নামটা চেঞ্জ করতে পারছি না সরি
Okay, no problem. What is your name? That would be better if we can know that.
মাই নেম ইজ মোহাম্মদ আনোয়ারুল ইসলাম
Okay, so Mr. Anwar, what were the four words that you found here?
গুড লুকিং
Okay, great.
ফার্স্ট ওয়ান হ্যাপি
Happy, second one. And
and
quick, you don't have to think much. Sorry? Helpful.
helpful
Okay, helpful.
yeah
Last one.
the last one is getting police
Sorry? Repeat again, please. Yes, Mr. Anwar, what was the last word that you just said?
big এটা কি ম্যাম পাচ্ছি না
Okay, no problem. So you got three. So do you think these match your personality?
Madam, I
Okay.
am also talking about.
Yes, Mr. Nozrul.
Yes.
Give us the four words that you got.
Yes. First one, honest.
Honest,
Working.
hardworking.
Hardworking.
Yes.
Then good looking and happy.
Oh, great. So good looking, hardworking, and happy. So there's another one word missing that you have
Happy,
to.
last one happy.
Happy. Okay, great. So these match your personality, do they?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Yes, thank you so much. Now, Mr. Sarwar, you raise your hand. You want to say the four words?
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for giving me a chance. And it's a really different way for learning English. And
Yes.
I would like to say good looking, criticism, oh, sorry,
There's no
sensitive,
criticism here. Sensitive, okay.
yeah. And another one, passionate.
Passionate, very good. That's a
Okay.
first.
Another one, difficulties. It's mm, some difficulties.
No problem, no problem.
Okay.
We can work with
Thoughtful,
these.
thoughtful.
Thoughtful, very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
do you think these match your
Reliable,
personality?
reliable.
Great. We only
Yeah.
need 4. We only need 4. Thank you. So,
Okay,
do these
thank you.
match your personality?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay,
Absolutely
then
right.
great. Thank you so much, everyone. So this was good to know that we got to know how you are. We got to know about your personality through this personality test. Now we can move in forward. We can move forward with our other activities that are waiting. That will, in that way, we will get to know more about the adjectives that describe our personality, our characteristics. Okay, so let's zoom out and see what we have here. So we just did the first activity here and we got to know how your personalities are. But in the meanwhile, I would like to remind all of you again to please turn on your cameras because it is very engaging if you do for all the students that are present here, okay? So please try to turn on your cameras. Thank you so much, Mr. Farooq, Mr. Sajidul, Mr. Kausar. They already have their cameras on. Miss Ima, though we cannot see anything on your screen, but at least you have your camera on. Okay, thank you, Mr. Anwar as well. Oh, Mr. Anwar, you attended our class before. I remember you, Mr. 123. Okay, next, moving on to our next activity. Here we have to answer. We have some questions given, and there are certain adjectives given up here. So let me mark it for you so that it's easier for you to understand. Okay, so I am marking some words here. These are the adjectives that are given for us to relate to the questions. So we have some questions given down here that have one word answers that are the adjectives given above. Okay, I need to zoom it out a bit so that you all can see the pattern of the question and the answer. So here we have all the questions. We have 16 questions given. Each of the questions have the answers that are given above, that are these adjectives. For example, the first question, are you usually smiling and happy? So you have to say yes, and you have to mark here. So what type of characters do you have? That is what you have to mark here. So the answer of number 1 will have to be found from here. So because you are happy and you are smiling all the time, so you are, oh, I'm sorry, one moment, please. 1 minute, I'm having some technical issue. So sorry, all of you. I was facing some technical issues here. I will be sharing the screen now. Please let me know if you can see it clearly or not. Is the screen clear? I hope
I'm audible. I'm audible.
Yes, I know that you're audible, Mr. Carnival. I can hear you. But is the screen visible, everyone? Can you see the course book that we're following, the book
Yeah,
that we're
sure.
following? Yes, okay.
It's
Thank you,
visible.
Mr. Sajidul. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
sure, madam.
thank you so much. Moving on to our activity given here. So we have to answer these questions based on the adjectives given over here. Yeah. So these questions that are given here, let me read it out for you. Before that, let's see the adjectives that are given here, whether you actually understand it or not. So for the first one, the adjective given is reliable. Then is lazy. We all know who are reliable, right? The person on whom we can rely on. We can trust that person. That person is reliable. Then is lazy, moody, generous, cheerful, easygoing, talkative, hardworking, untidy, optimistic, shy, reserved. Reserved is a person who doesn't talk much. He is introverted. So that person is reserved. Impatient, sociable. Sociable is the opposite of reserved. Sociable is a person who talks with everyone, who likes to go out and talk and have a nice chat with others. So that person is sociable. Ambitious and sensitive. So ambitious is a person who is, a very motivated for their future or for something that they have planned. That person is very ambitious, we can say, right? So next, let's see the questions now, which we have to answer, and we have to, we have to pick the adjectives that match this, right? So number one question is, are you smiling and happy? Are you usually smiling and happy? Number two, do you enjoy the company of other people? Number three, do you find it difficult to meet new people? Number four, do you have indefinite plans for your future career? So indefinite plans means not specified yet. We don't have any specific plan. That is indefinite plans. Number five, does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason? Number six, do you notice other people's feelings? Number seven, do you think the future will be good? Number eight, can your friends depend on you? Number nine, is your room often messy? Number 10, do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything? Number 11, do you find reasons to do more things you should do today? Number 12, do you always work hard? Number 13, do you keep your feelings and ideas to yourself? Number 14, do you often give presents? Number 15, do you talk a lot? Number 16, the last one, are you usually calm and not worried about things? So these are the questions that describe or that have the perfect adjectives as the answers, so that we also understand the meaning of the adjectives, as well as it can describe a person's personality as well. Okay, so let's see, because we have to move a bit up. Let's have it midway. The first question is, are you smiling and happy? Did everyone get the activity that has to be done at the moment?
Careful.
Okay. So everyone understood, right? Everyone
Yes,
got
ma'am.
the...
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. Thank you. Now, let's move on to answering it. Everyone ready? I hope all of you can answer one by one when I ask you to, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, great. So the first one, are you usually smiling and happy? So if that person is always smiling and happy, what will be their, how we will describe his or her personality using which adjective from here? Who can tell me? So which one? Very good. So the first one will be cheerful. Excellent work. Could you please name yourself? I cannot see you on screen.
I am Ima, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Ima, thank you so much. So number one, are you usually smiling and happy? So that will be cheerful. Very good. Next, number two, Mr. Farooq, could you answer me? Do you enjoy the company of other people? Which one will that be? Do you enjoy the company of other people? Means, do you like to go around and talk with other people, or do you like to sit with people and talk to them? So if you are that kind of person, what will be the adjective that describes you? Anyone else? Mr. Sajidul, can you tell us?
Sociable.
Sociable, very good. So the second question, that is where you like to meet with other people, is sociable. So the person who likes to meet others is a sociable person. Great work, Mr. Sajidul. Next is, do you find it difficult to meet with other people or meet new people? So meeting new people, it's a bit difficult for some people, right? So often, usually it's seen in kids. Often when we have guests at home, they don't want to come out of their rooms, right? So what are they? What is their personality? Can anyone tell me?
It can be moody or sensitive.
Moody or sensitive? They're not
No,
actually
it will be reserved.
reserved. Reserved is the person who talks less. That is usually easygoing. Easygoing is a person.
Shy.
Yes. Shy. It's shy.
Shy,
Very
shy.
good, Miss Ema. Yes, exactly, Mr. Nozrul. It is shy. So the kids who don't want to come in front of new people, we say that this kid is a very shy kid. He's very shy to come in front of people, right? So he is or she is shy because they find it difficult to meet new people. Next, number 4, do you have definite plans for your future career? So do you have specific plans for your future career? The person who has specific plans that this year I will be doing this, or next year I will do that, or soon I will be applying.
Optimistic, ambitious.
Optimistic? No, optimistic is a person who's very positive about everything. So that is optimistic. And the what
I think it's ambitious.
Yes, very good, Miss Ema and Mr. Rida. Very good. Ambitious. So that is number 4. A person who has definite plans about their future. So that is ambitious. Well done. Okay, next question is number 5. Does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason? So we often have mood swings, right? So
Sensitive.
just sensitive. Will that be sensitive? Anyone else? Can you answer?
Moody.
Moody?
Optimistic.
I
Who
think
said
it's
sensitive?
optimistic.
Who said sensitive? Who was the one who said sensitive?
Sensitive.
Could you please give me the name who said sensitive? Because there are a lot of you here. I cannot find it. Okay, Mr. Farooq said sensitive, and that is correct. Very good. Sensitive. The person who is sensitive will have mood changes in very small time. Just something happened, and that person's mood will change. He was having a very good time, but he saw something just happen which was not likable for him, and he just got angry. So he's a very sensitive person. That person is very sensitive. Okay, well done, Mr. Farooq. Next is, do you think the future will be good? Sorry, number 6 was, sorry, my bad.
Do you notice
We're
other?
doing number 5. I'm sorry. Does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason? We were doing that, right? I missed it. Sorry. The number 5's answer will be something else. It will be moody. I'm very sorry for the
Yeah,
others who
ma'am.
said
I answered
yes.
that. Moody.
Very sorry, Miss Ima. Yes, it will be moody. I moved to number 6. Very sorry, everyone. Next one is number 6. Do you notice other people's feelings? So that person will be sensitive, who cares for others, who cares for other people's feelings. That person is sensitive. That is number 6 that I did before. I'm sorry. Next is 7. Do you think the future will be good? The people who think everything will be good, they don't think in a negative way. They always think that something good is about to happen.
It's
Optimistic.
Optimistic. Very good. Mr. Tajidul, do you think it is optimistic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it is optimistic. Very good, everyone. Very good. Number 7, optimistic. The person who thinks positively about everything, who see or think that the future will be good. Number 8, can your friends depend on you? So this one has already been done for us. So this is Reliable. Yes, good. Reliable. So a person can depend on you. A person can trust you. They can rely on you. So you are reliable. Next is number 9. Is your room often messy? What will that be?
Easy.
Messy. Messy means dirty, not
Untidy.
clean. Very good. Untidy. Very good. So that is untidy. Your room is very untidy today. So your room is not clean. That is untidy. Very good, Miss Ima. Next is number 10. Do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything? What do you think that will be? You don't have the time to wait. You get very irritated when someone takes time to do something. Mr. Sajidul, can you give me the answer of this?
Sorry, I missed the questions. Can you repeat,
Okay,
please?
yes, of course. The question is, do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything? Number 10.
Okay.
What will that be? Can you tell me? You don't have the time to wait for anyone.
Furious.
Lazy. Impatient.
Talkative.
Lazy.
Lazy?
Reserved.
Generous.
Impatient.
Who said impatient? Mr. Ridoy.
Yes, miss.
Okay. And anyone else? Yes, Mr. Sajidul. I was asking
Yeah,
you.
impatient.
Give me the
Impatient.
answer. Impatient?
Impatient.
Sure.
Impatient.
Should we lock it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yes, it is impatient. So the person who cannot wait, who doesn't want to give time to anything, they want everything very quickly, they are impatient. They are not patient at all. Very good, Mr. Rida, as well. You gave the right answer. Okay, next is number 11. Do you find reasons to do tomorrow things you should do today? So do you think that you have something in hand and you have to do it today, but you say, no, I can do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. I won't do it now. So what type of
Hardworking.
person are you?
Lazy.
Hardworking?
Hardworking.
Hardworking? Who said hardworking? Hardworking
Lazy.
person does exactly.
Lazy,
Hardworking
lazy,
person
lazy,
does
ma'am.
the work exactly when it has to be done. But a person who doesn't want to do it at the moment, but they'll do it later, that person is lazy,
Lazy.
right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So that is a lazy person that we just spoke about. Next is number 12. Do you always work hard? So what will this be? This is easy. This is easy.
Hardworking.
Yes, the person who always works hard is a hardworking person, right? Very good. Okay. Next is number 13. Do you keep your feelings and ideas to yourself? The person who keeps their ideas and feelings, whatever they're feeling inside, to themselves, and they don't say it to anyone, they don't share it with anyone. What will it be, Miss Selena? Could you give me the answer to this?
Reserved.
Reserved.
Reserved?
Could
Yes,
be
Miss
na,
Selena?
it could be mm, ambitions.
Ambitious? No, we already did ambitious. Ambitious
Um,
was number 4.
Reserved.
could be
Reserved.
Okay,
Talkative.
we're getting very a lot of answers. Mr. Nozrul said talkative. No, talkative is a person who talks a lot, but this is the opposite. They don't talk about their feelings. They keep it to
Reserved.
themselves.
Reserved.
Yes,
Reserved.
everyone, right. It is reserved.
Reserved.
Very good,
Yeah,
very good, very good. It is reserved. Yes.
you're right.
Reserved, a person who is reserved, he or she doesn't share their feelings. They keep it to themselves, what they are feeling, what they're thinking. They don't share it. They don't like to share it. So there's a difference between feeling shy and being reserved. It's a bit of a difference. Not much, but just a bit. So shy people, they feel hesitant to meet new people. And reserved people, they don't share their feelings. They keep everything to themselves. They don't want to talk. So that is what the difference is. Next is number 14. Do you give presents? Do you often give presents? Sorry. So a person who gives gifts, likes to give gifts, that person is what?
Easygoing.
Easygoing? Easygoing is a person who agrees to everything very easily. That person is easygoing.
Generous.
Okay, I got one answer. What about the others? Mr. Lafiza Rahman Soha. I hope that's not your name. I am sure that's not your name.
Only talkative left.
Only talkative left? No, we have 3 more left.
Generous.
Okay, Miss Ima said it's generous. What about the others? Mr. Kamrul, and then I have Mr. Nozrul. Give me answers.
It's generous.
Generous. Okay, I have another. I have 3 generous. What about the others? Do you think it's generous? Are you sure?
Yes, generous.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it is generous. Generous, a person always loves to give things to others, to help them and give gifts. So that is a generous person. Next is number, we just did number 14. We have 2 more left. Do you talk a lot? So the person who
Talkative.
talks a lot, yes,
Talkative.
that person
Talkative.
is talkative. Yes, good. That person
Very
is talkative. Very good. Right. Okay, last one is, are you usually calm and not worried about things? So that person doesn't have any much of tension. They don't. Yes, they are easygoing. Right.
Easygoing.
Right.
No,
So they are easygoing. Exactly. So very good, everyone. That was fun. And it was fun for me at least. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Because it's fun to actually find out words that actually give meaning to a question or a sentence, right? So this was good, right? And we also got to know many words that are around 16 words, new words, maybe not new to all of you. So we got to know some more words today, and also got a good description of each of the words that describe our personality. Now, this will actually help you when you want to describe someone's personality or their characteristics, or when you would like to talk about someone's characteristics overall, like how that person is, how do you think that person is. And it might also help you to, assess that particular person that you just got introduced to, right? So this was a good activity that we just did. So I would like to pair 2 of you together so that one person can ask these questions that are given here, and the other person can give the answers or say out the adjective that goes with the question. So exactly the thing that we just did. I will just like to have a interaction between you students. Okay, so I would like to pair up, let's see whom I can pair. Mr. Ridoy and Mr. Sajidul. I would like to pair you both, and for the beginning, I will try not to show the words. Okay, so this will be a bit challenging because we just did it. I am sure you will be able to do it. I will be hiding the adjectives that we just did. You can look at it, have a good look for a minute. You can practice it, and then I will hide the adjectives, and you will just be asking the questions, and the other person will be giving the adjective that matches with the question. So in that way, we can also test whether we understood it or not. Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah,
Understood,
sure.
everyone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so the first pair will be Mr. Sajidul and Mr. Ridoy. Take a minute, everyone, take a minute, look at the words or the adjectives that we just saw, and then we can work on it and we can ask the questions, okay? I will zoom it out so that you can also see the questions as well as the thing. Is it clear if I zoom it out?
No.
It's not, right? Exactly. That is what I was thinking. Okay, look at the adjectives that are given here. If you are having problem understanding the meaning of the adjectives, ask me. I will describe it, or I will just do it now so that it's easier for you when you are answering. Okay, so listen carefully, everyone. Ready? I'll start. So a person who is reliable, that person can be, we can trust that person, whom we can trust on, whom we can depend on. That person is reliable. Lazy, a person who doesn't want to do the task or a thing at the time that it is needed to be done. So that person will delay it and he will do it later. That person is lazy. And the person who is moody is who will have mood swings often. Like something just he was in a good mood, but um, out of the blue something happened that he did not like and he got angry. So that person is moody. Next is generous. Generous is a person who is generous would likes to give things or help people. So big-hearted people are also called to be generous. Next is cheerful. A person who is always happy and likes to have fun. That person is cheerful. Easygoing is a person who doesn't get tensed about much. They are very easy to convince, they're okay with everything. That person is easygoing. Talkative is a person who talks a lot, he blabbers a lot. That person is talkative. Next is hardworking. Hardworking is easy, a person who works very hard and he tries to do everything at on time and in the best way possible. That person is a hardworking person. Next is untidy, a person who's not clean, who keeps everything very messed up, a messy person. That person is untidy. An optimistic person is a person who looks at everything very positively. They think the good of everything. They do not think the negative side, but the good side. That person is optimistic. And the opposite of optimistic is pessimistic. The person who sees everything negatively, who always sees the bad side of everything. That person is pessimistic. And optimistic is the opposite that I just said. And shy. Shy, a person is shy when he doesn't like to meet new people or he doesn't want to meet new people. Mainly, he or she feels hesitant to meet new people. That person is shy. Reserved, a person who is reserved, that person will not like to talk much about his or her feelings or the ideas that he's having. That person is reserved. Next is impatient. The person who's not patient, he cannot wait for a long time for anything. That person is impatient. Sociable is a person who likes to mix with other people, who likes to talk to other people. That person is sociable. Ambitious, a person who's ambitious, he has future goals and he is very determined to achieve those goals that he has. That person is very ambitious. Lastly, sensitive, a person who is sensitive will be will have soft feelings towards every other person. So that if someone else is feeling sad, the person who's sensitive, he will also feel sad for that person. That person is sensitive. Usually we see caring people who care a lot about others' feelings. That person is called sensitive person. That person is a sensitive person. Okay, now it's clear for you, I hope. Let's move on to the questions. It's clear, right, everyone? I need to have a response.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. What about the others?
Yes.
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 Okay, okay, okay. Great. So now let's move on to the questions now. Now that you know the words and the meanings as well, I hope it will not be a problem. Even if it is, I will be helping you. Don't worry, don't get nervous because the words are hidden here. So let's start with Mr. Sajidul and Mr. Ridoy. So, Mr. Sajidul, you asked the questions. Yes, Mr. Sajidul, you asked the questions to Mr. Ridoy. And Mr. Ridoy, give me the adjectives that match with the questions.
Hello, Deridoy. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, very fine. Are you ready to answer the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sajul,
Okay,
ask him 5 questions, okay? 1 to
okay,
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay, okay. Question number one. Are you usually smiling and happy?
Cheerful.
Good.
Be cheerful.
Great.
Okay. Question two. Do you enjoy the company of other peoples?
That's sociable.
Sociable. Yes.
Sociable.
Sociable.
Good.
Do
Sociable. Say it again.
sociable.
Sociable.
Sociable. Yes. Good. Good. Well tried.
Do you find it difficult to meet new people?
I think it's shy.
Very good. It's shy. Yes, it is shy.
Do you have definite plans for your future career?
Ambitious?
Very good. Ambitious. Very good.
Does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason?
Sense? Nah. I think it's moody.
It is moody. Very good. Very good. Excellent work, Mr. Sajidul and Mr. Rida. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now I would like Mr. Ridoy to ask the questions to Miss Ima.
From 6 to 10.
Yes, 6 to 10.
Okay. Hello, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you notice other people's feeling?
Question number 6, is it?
Yes, yes, it is question number 6.
Sensitive.
Very good. Number 7.
Next one. Do you think the future will be good?
Optimistic.
Optimistic. Say it
Optimistic.
with me. Very good. Yes, optimistic. Very good. Next.
Can your friend depend on you?
Yeah, it's reliable.
Very good. It's reliable. Yes. Number 9.
Is your room often messy?
Untidy.
Excellent. Great.
Do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything?
Impatient.
Excellent work. Thank you so much, Miss Ima and Mr. Ridoy. That was great. Now, moving on to our next pair, I would like Mr. Nozrul. Could you please ask the questions to Mr. Farooq and Mr. Farooq give the answers or the adjectives that suit the question?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
Hello, Mr. Farooq. How are you?
Yes. Fine. And you?
Also fine, thanks. Okay, let's start our questionnaires. Are you ready to?
Yes.
Uh, uh,
Yes. Yes, I
ask
am.
from 11 to 16.
Okay. Number 11. Do you find reasons
Reasons?
to the tomorrow thing you should do today? May I repeat again? Uh,
No,
do
it's
you
okay.
do you find reasons to do tomorrow thing you should
Things?
do today?
Yes, good. Mr. Farooq, what will be the adjective appropriate for this question?
It's
Can
maybe
you say it? Mr. Farooq, are you there?
Mr. Farooq.
I think he's having some technical issues. We can move forward to asking Mr. Kamru.
Mr. Kamrul.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me the
It will,
answer to number 11. Yes.
yes, yes. It will be lazy.
Lazy. Very good. This will be
Lazy.
lazy.
Right.
Lazy. Good. Yes.
Okay. Then next, do you always work hard?
Yeah, it will be hardworking.
Very good.
Okay,
It will be
thanks.
hardworking.
Next one, do you keep your feelings and idea to yourselves?
Someone
Number
who
two.
doesn't like to share his feelings. That
Yes.
person is?
Yeah. Yeah. Do
Starts
you
with
keep
an
your
R.
number 13?
13, number
Yes, number
13, yes.
13.
Right, it's yours.
Starts with an R.
Reserve.
Idea, yes.
Yes, very good. Reserved. That
Reserve.
person
Reserve.
is reserved. Very good.
Okay, next
Next.
one, do you often give presents?
Open business. Yeah, generous.
Very good. Generous.
Nice.
Next.
Generous.
Do you talk a lot?
Talkative.
Talking.
Great.
Great. Are you usually uh, calm,
Calm.
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 calm and not
And
worried by things?
Good.
Easygoing.
Easygoing. Very good. That's easygoing. Excellent work, both of you, Mr. Nosrul and Mr. Kamrul.
Thank
Your
you.
Yeah,
names
thank you.
are also similar. Okay. Nosrul Islam and Kamrul Islam. Like brothers. Okay. Good. That was a good work. Next, we can move with Mr. Kausar and Mr. Anwar. Can you,
Yes.
Mr. Kausar, can you ask Mr. Anwar questions 1 to 5? Mr. Anwar, are you there? Mr. 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, start. Quick, quick, okay? We have to do it quick. We have other pairs as well.
Hello, sir. Are you ready? Hello. Are you ready, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, question. Are you usually smiling and happy? First
Yes.
question.
I'm smiling and happy.
No, Mr. Anwar, you have to say the adjectives that we just did. So what will be the adjective for a person who is always smiling and happy? Can you do it?
একটু বাংলা বলবেন আমি কি করতে হবে
No,
বলবেন
I cannot speak Bangla. I cannot understand Bangla. Very sorry.
Oh,
That is how our class goes. Let me explain it to you again. The adjectives,
Nice.
the adjectives that we just discussed, right? And we did the activity right now. We answered these questions.
Last
Cheerful,
page.
cheerful.
Yes, Mr. Farooq, very good. Cheerful. Okay, Mr. Anwar, no problem. You can follow the class, you follow it, and you will understand it, okay? So we can move to another person and I'll ask you later. Okay, Mr. Anwar, follow the class properly. Okay, great. Now, Mr. Kausar, please ask Mr. Farooq the questions.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Farooq,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes.
Are you usually smile and happy?
Cheerful.
Very good. Cheerful.
Question. Do you enjoy the company of other people?
Sociable.
Sociable. Good.
Sociable.
Do you find it difficult to meet new people?
Shy.
Shy. Very good.
Do you have definite plans for your future career? Four, question number.
Optimistic.
No, optimistic is a
sorry,
person
sorry.
who sees
Sorry,
everything
sorry.
positively. No problem. Try
Do you
again.
do you have defined plans for your
A person
future?
who has plans for the future and are very determined that they will achieve that plan. That person is ambitious. Mr.
Ambitious.
Farooq. Yes. That person is ambitious. Good. Well tried. Okay, number 5.
Yes.
Number 5, those you are not change often and suddenly for no reason.
Is sensitive.
Sensitive person feels for others. They care for others. This person has very frequent mood.
Moody.
Very good. Yes, moody, moody. Very good. Excellent work, Mr. Kausar and Mr. Farooq. Thank you so much. Now we can move to another pair, that is Mr. Lutfur and Miss Selina. Miss Selina, please ask the questions to Mr. Lutfur, and Mr. Lutfur give us the adjectives, the appropriate adjectives, okay?
From number 6, ma'am, is it?
Yes, from 6 to 10.
I'm sorry to say, I'm having
Yes.
dinner. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you will not be able to answer at the moment. Okay, no problem. We can move to Mr. Nuruzaman. Are you well today? Can you answer today? Okay, I don't think he's well today. No problem. Miss Selina, you can ask Mr. Sajidul. Mr. Sajidul questioned before, now you can answer. Okay, Miss Selina, ask number 6 to 10 to Mr. Sajidul.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's start.
Yes.
Do you notice other people's feelings? Do you notice Other people.
Mr. Sajidul, your mic is muted.
Sorry, yeah.
Please
Okay.
tell me.
Number 6.
Number 6, okay. Do you
Yes.
notice other people's feelings? Okay.
Yes. Absolutely.
What will this be, Mr. Sajidul?
Sensitive.
Okay, good. Very good.
Yes. Okay. Number 7. Do you think the future will be good? Question number 7.
Optimistic.
Very good. Optimistic.
Question number 8. Can your friends depend on you?
Reliable.
Very good.
Okay. Question number 9. Is your room often messy?
Untidy.
Very good.
Okay. Question number 10. Do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything?
Anything.
Do you get annoyed when you have to wait for?
Doesn't want to give time. Everything has to be quick.
Sorry, I missed it.
I'll give you another hint. This person does not want to give time to anything. They don't like to wait. They want everything to be very quick. They are not patient. So they are
should be impatient.
Yes, they are impatient. Very good. Impatient, yes. Okay, last one.
Yes.
Ask 11.
Do you find reason to do tomorrow things you should do today?
It's lazy.
Very good. It's lazy. Excellent work, both of you. Great work, Miss Selena and Mr. Sajidul.
Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
last 5 questions. I'll ask it myself to Miss Selena because other participants have already done it. Now, you're only left. So let's ask
Am
you,
I asked?
Miss Selena. Yes, Mr. Fark, you want to ask?
Am I asked to Ima?
Yeah, sure. To Miss Selena. Ask the next 5 questions, 12 to 16, to Miss Selena. That would be great. Thank you for assisting.
Are you hear me?
Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you always work hard?
It will be hardworking.
Very good.
Do you keep your feelings and ideas to yourself?
Sensitive. It will be sensitive.
Okay, good.
Do you often give presents?
Oh, wait. Number 13. Miss Selena, you said sensitive.
No.
No,
Miss
ma'am.
Selena?
Yes.
It will
Do you keep your feelings and ideas to yourself?
1 minute.
It can
Yes.
be.
That
It
will
will be reserved, ma'am.
Yes,
Reserve, yes.
good.
Reserved.
Reserved. Yes. Reserved. Good.
Question 14. Do you often give presents?
It will be generous.
Great.
Question 15. Do you talk a lot?
It could be talkative.
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 Good.
Question 16. Are you usually calm and not worried by things?
It could be easygoing.
Excellent. Very good, Miss Selena and Mr. Farooq. That was great. Thank you
Thanks
so
so
much,
much.
both of you. Okay, now that we got to know what each of the adjectives mean according to the personalities, how it describes each of our personality. I will be asking all of you one by one. I'll ask by name. I want all of you to choose only one word, okay, from this list of 16 adjectives, and one adjective that describes you best. Only one word, okay? Look at the words, the adjectives that are given here: reliable, lazy, moody, generous, cheerful, easygoing, talkative, hardworking, untidy, optimistic, shy, reserved, impatient, sociable, ambitious, sensitive. 16 words, right? 16 adjectives meaning different, describing different personalities. Which one word describes you best? I will start with asking Mr. Farooq, which is that one adjective that describes you best? Just one.
I'm ambitious.
You're ambitious. Very good. That's good to know. You're very determined about your future goals. Great. That's a very good thing. Thank you. Next, Mr. Ridoy. One word that describes you best. One adjective.
Sensitive.
Sensitive. So you are very caring and you think about others' feelings. Very good. That's very nice. Okay, next, Mr. Kamrul. One word that describes you best.
Yeah, ma'am. I would like to say generous.
You're generous, so you're very big-hearted. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Miss Selina.
Yes,
One
ma'am.
word that describes you best.
I am always optimistic, ma'am.
Very good. That's a very good thing, actually. I really appreciate that. A person who's optimistic is always at peace. Okay, great. Next is Miss Ima, Onamika Ima.
It's cheerful.
Great, cheerful. So you're always happy and smiling. That's great. What about you, Mr. Nozrul?
Hardworking.
Hardworking? Oh, great. That's good. So you do everything on time, all the work that you do. That's great. That's good. What about you, Mr. Sajidul?
Actually, it is very difficult to address only one words to describe myself.
Definitely it
Okay.
is.
So many words from here, but I can choose generous.
Generous, very good. That's actually a very good thing. So we have two generous people here. One is Mr. Kamrul and Mr. Sajidul. That's great. So of course we all have many qualities of ours inside us. We cannot describe ourselves in one word. That is actually true. But sometimes only one word actually makes a lot of sense when describing ourselves, right? That is why I asked for one word only. So is anyone left who I did not ask? Mr. Anwar? Oh, yes, I have Mr. Anwar left. Mr. Anwar, can you describe yourself in one word? Okay, he's not here. What about Mr. Kausar is there? He's gone as well. Mr. Lutfer, can you describe yourself in one adjective from here?
Yes, I will go with sociable.
Sociable, great. So you like to meet other people and have a good chat with them. That's great. Okay. So this was great. I got to know all of your personality in short, and that was good to know actually. So for today, we will wrap it up till here because we had a good session. We got to know our personalities and we got to know some words that describe others' personality, which can help us to actually assess them and to understand what actual words can be, you know, described for, can be a description for each of the people that we know. So that was a good thing to know. And this was all for today. Inshallah, in our next class, we will be seeing more activities like this. And we will have more interesting activities, more interesting than these actually. So that will also improve your skills and efficiencies that I just spoke about in the beginning of our class. Inshallah, hopefully you all will enjoy our upcoming activities as well. And our next class will be on Sunday. Inshallah, hope to see you there. But I will wrap it up for today. I'll stop sharing at first. So thank you all. Thank you so much for your active participation in our class. It was really good. It was really enjoyable for me, and I hope it was the same for you too. Inshallah, hope to see you on Sunday as well. Until then, goodbye from my side. Sir will be here and he will be talking to you for some time. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.